My free used phone, this was sent to me right at the New Year's, and I've used it for about 5 months, and it's been a good phone for me, except for once a month it the screen goes black, just like this. Right now it's working the way it should, but about once a month this screen will go completely black. The phone will still work. I'll still get alerts that that it's checking my email, that it's receiving alerts from the weather programs, that I'm getting phone calls. It's just that what I can't do is I can't answer the phone, and I can't see anything that's going on the screen. So, in the past, I've tried lots of different things for this. For one thing, this is an HTC phone. It's a 4G LTE phone, and it's generally I like it. It's a small handheld computer, and I'm happy with it. It was given to me just to get me off of a flip phone, and now that I'm off a flip phone, now I get it. So I just bought a replacement for this, and I'm retiring this phone once the other one gets here and I get it charged up, all that good stuff. I've learned different things. One thing is, this is a Windows phone, and the phone is made by HTC, and my brother quit using this phone in around March of 2015, and he threw this in his desk drawer, and wasn't using it at all. It wasn't even turned on when Microsoft did their Windows 10 push. So this was a dormant phone, and it was saved from the catastrophe that Windows 10 did to HTC phones. There's, thousands upon thousands of HTC Windows phones were turned into useless bricks during the Windows 10 so-called upgrade. But this is using Windows 8.1, and it's got the last time it was updated was in I think it's March of last year. Almost a full year ago was the last time the operating system was updated. And if you go back and do an internet search, Windows 8 had an issue with the automatic brightness control for the screens. So that possibly is a problem that is causing this. Another possibility is I was using this Otter cover for the phone, and if you, while the phone is on, it's kind of hard to see. Right here, there's a volume up and a volume down button. If the volume down button and the phone button, which is down here, if they're both pushed at the same time, the phone goes into maintenance diagnostic mode, which could turn the screen off, possibly. The last time, second to the last time that this phone acted up, it took 3 days to get the screen to turn back on. And then it ran for 7 full days before it laid down on me again. Yesterday it laid down on me, and I did an internet search, and I've discovered that pushing the volume up button and pushing the power button at the same time does basically it's a soft reboot that what would you have on a Windows desktop program. If you push just the power button, then it'll also do a soft reboot. But if you do the power button plus the volume down button, then it goes into a hard reset of the operating system. So what you need to do is you need to plug the power cord in, and then you have to do a series of soft resets on this. You do a soft reset, you wait for it to completely turn on, and then you do a hard reset on it. And if that didn't work, then you come back up here and you do another soft reset. And then as soon as it lights back up, then you do a hard reset. And eventually what it'll do is when you do the hard reset, if you get the screen where it says if you get the screen, it looks like this. It says slide down to power off. Then you can power it off. And then once you get it to power off the normal way, then the phone is pretty much fixed. Once it powers off completely, now it's powered off completely. Now I can take the power button and you hold it down until it vibrates. You let loose and the phone wakes up. Now it's waking up as an HTC product. Pretty soon it's going to tell you that it's a Verizon product. And the trouble is, I don't know whether this is a software problem, or whether it's a hardware problem, or whether it's a battery problem, or whether it's a loose wire problem, or whether it's a armored case pushing the wrong buttons problem. But no matter what, I talked to my brother. He's got some kids that could use this as a he's got one set up with a Wi-Fi only. The only thing they can do is use it as a handheld computer, and then they can send some limited text messages with it. And I offered to send this back to him because for the most part it's still functional. And he informed me that the phone is old enough, and because it's a Windows product and Windows is trying to get rid of every old operating system that it has out in the wild, that basically this phone has no value. He doesn't even want it. He doesn't even want a free functional phone mailed back to him. So that's where I'm at now. I got a I went up to the store, and they wanted to sell me a Samsung S7. for $710. And after I quit gasping for air, I says, well, what else do you got? And they showed me a Motorola product called the Max 2, and that one was for $340. So, alright, I got me a base point, so I went online, started looking around. This phone has got a 1520 milliamp hour battery on the back of it, and it's got 16 gigs of memory. It's a 4G LTE phone. So I went and looked at old phones, and the Motorola, they were trying to sell me a Max version 2 for $340 some. I found a Motorola Droid Max version 1 that's got 32 gigs of memory. It's got 32 gigs of RAM, and it's got basically a double battery pack. So it's got somewhere around 32 or 3,500 milliamp hour batteries in the back of it. And the price point was a little bit over $100, and that came with a 4-month warranty. So that's what I got coming. Log Cabin Looms said that his Max version 1 just wore out, and he had used it for a few years, so that was a good selling point to me for right now. When the time comes, I'll get me a better phone. I've been looking at the Samsungs because they're water resistant, but those Motorola Maxes are water resistant to a degree, and then the armored case that I have coming helps with that also. So I'm just not going to dunk this. I'm just not going to drop the new phone, the replacement phone in pools of water. And it should be fine if it gets rained on or anything along those lines. So I guess this is death of a phone. This one's working for right now, and I'm going to use this. Until I can't, and then I went and asked the Verizon store if they're going to would give me any credit for this phone, and they told me that it's worth less than $10. So, I'll keep it around and use it as a tablet, if nothing else, because even without a cell phone card in it, it'll still connect to the Wi-Fi, and it'll still let me do web searches and do visit internet web pages, and I can still check my email on this, even without a SIM card installed. Okay, it's time to go. We'll see ya.